Hey, y'all. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 13. Happy New Year to the people who didn't watch my Salt Lake City review, and this is your first video recap of the new year for you. I know that Potomac is one of my, pinnacle recaps, so I appreciate y'all. I also see a lot of people in the comment section. I love it. I love participation. And yeah, I'm excited tonight to review this boring ass episode, but y'all know what I do. Like, give me a turnip and I'm going to squeeze the blood out of it. I'm going to get some meat. I am. So yes, Potomac is back from the little Christmas break. I cannot believe we are 13 weeks in. Like, I think we have only maybe 4 episodes left before the reunion. And don't forget, we have that Karen interview too. I'm not sure how they're going to incorporate that, but yeah. Yes, this is my newest shirt that I got. Look, I was in Walmart. I haven't been in Walmart in so long in New Orleans. And I was in like the t-shirt section. I was like, wait a minute. Dr. Pepper, look, I always wanted a Dr. Pepper shirt. So yeah, I got one. Anywho, let's get into the episode. Damn, we got 58 people in here already. I am just so happy. We open the episode with a montage of what the ladies are doing. We have Pam Oliver giving a commencement speech, which I'm sure will be her last. We have a cute scene with Stacy and her daughter Arabella. And then we see Kay is celebrating a billboard for her business, which we rarely, hear or see about on the show. But yeah, my life, my business, my condo, my man, my things, my picture frame. Oh man, like to be known for that now instead of getting, well, you know what? I'd rather be known for that than getting clocked in the forehead with a glass. Just saying. So then next scene, we're with Tia, her kids, and her sister. They're visiting her former house she lived in as a child. Now, this scene was sweet, but boring, like vanilla ice cream. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It was a sweet scene, yet, what else is there? What else is going on? Sorry, Tia. Next, we're with Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy meeting up for a Mean Girl lunch. I hate what Wendy was wearing in this scene. Again, she either gets it right or half the time the clothes be wearing her. Speaking of Wendy, she says she still has the fight with her mom on her mind, but I think she knows better than to discuss that with the two people she's looking at the table. She kind of hints at that in her confessional. Where was I? Oh, so they're discussing how great their event was, like the Potomac and Ponies event, like how great of an event. I'm like, was it? Was it the same event where you brought Popeye's chicken to? Okay. Meanwhile, they get an invite from Monique for her upcoming book event. And then they're discussing Angel's Colorado trip that's coming up. Wendy feels Angel is a wet blanket and a bit of a damper on the group. I can't say I disagree. I mean, when she writes, she writes. They're all expecting it to be a shit show for obvious reasons. Also, I just feel like when it's not Stacy they're ganging up on, it's Angel. Yeah. Did Ashley and Gobbleneck Giselle really think they would stay at someone's house they have talked about? I guess they did. That event was tragic. It definitely was. Like, these poor Tomac events... I don't know. Like I was really disappointed by that, and even more disappointed by this cash trip to Colorado. I'm like, why? Like it's baffling and embarrassing that the last trip of this season, season 10, a pinnacle, accomplishment in reality television, and y'all staying in the States for why? Anyway, next scene, we're with Angel. She's moving out her place. She's on the phone with her sister discussing the trip that she's planned for the ladies. After that, we're treated to a solo scene with Ashley. Look, y'all, this episode started out rough. Like, I watched it on my second viewing. In my first viewing, I fell asleep. But just to be honest. But yeah, she's having a party at her house celebrating her son and uncle's birthdays. Ashley says now that the golem is out of her life, she can have family gatherings that aren't tense. Nice. Ashley's mom let the family know that her partner is finally going to rehab. Is her mom married to this man? Because we've heard about him like a phantom or boogeyman in the background of Ashley's solo scenes. Like, he's always had this presence in the family, like they just don't talk about. But turns out, like, isn't this man with all these issues, like, he is the father of Ashley's sister. So I was always confused by that. Like, why haven't we seen him since he's like, especially in one of the family scenes? Ashley and Uncle Lump chip in on a wig, please. I think this was the first time we got his name. I didn't even pay attention. Sheila was looking distraught and sweating. Much like Charisse. Hey, Chris, not watching this season, but enjoying your reviews. I appreciate it. He around for 20 years. That man ain't going nowhere. Exactly. Like, the way Ashley would bring him up, it was like, one of her mom's like dates that, he stuck around longer, but he's in this woman's life for the long haul. Anyway, y'all leave Sheila alone. So yeah, I think that's the end of the scene. Anyway, next scene is the day of Monique's event, and I think this is where the episode should have began. All the ladies show up. We see Angel attending, and I was wondering, where is she staying? Like, I thought she moved out. But yeah, Monique is celebrating her book coming out. It's titled Love Letters from Versions of My Past Self. She's definitely marketing this healing journey she's been on. Good for her. Production lets us know that as Monique is explaining her book and reading excerpts, it's kind of dragging on a little bit. People are kind of like, reapplying their makeup, looking at their nails, checking their phone. Everyone's being polite about it, though. So then Monique hints at her shady side not being healed yet, and she has gifts for the ladies. I thought this was a pretty cute idea. It turns out they're all been given binders because, of course, that's what Monique was known for. A very iconic reunion moment. That was her last reunion she was at, too. Giselle is being a good sport about it, surprisingly. But the shady game is the ladies are writing how they feel about each other in the binder tabs. And Monique is going to read them aloud. Now, Stacy is holding on to her binder for dear life. I mean, why didn't she think that they were going to read this out loud? So Monique is trying to take the binder from her. And, there's a little bit of a mini struggle because Stacy don't want to let go. And then Monique says, the last time a table separated her from someone, it did not end well. I was like, oh, well, I'm glad she has a sense of humor about that too. I thought it was funny. I mean, I know the Candace fans, they probably don't think it is. Give me a second. I'll be going a mile a minute on these recaps. Also, y'all, I literally just did a video earlier on Maddie Rant's channel, Whoever Likes Drag Race. We reunited the panel for the first episode. I'm not sure when I'll be back because, I have a very strenuous schedule. And look, when I'm off, I like to be off. So I'll probably come back in the middle of the season during Drag Race. But yeah, it was a fun time. Go over to Maddie's channel and watch if you're, a Drag Race fan. But yeah, so the mess starts. Giselle is then reading her tab in Stacy's binder while trying to mock Stacy's voice. Giselle, on the other hand, had nothing to say about Stacy in her binder, and she left it blank like the hater she is. It's the Stacy show again right now because Monique wants to know what Ashley's tab said about Stacy. And it wasn't too shady, but yeah, Wendy's binder is now being read, and she calls Kay fake. And then she explains why. Surprisingly, an argument did not erupt from that. I was really shocked because, Kay loves to argue, but maybe she just loves to argue with Stacy. So then we're now on Ashley's binder on what she thinks about herself. And then they move on to what Angel thinks of Ashley. And it said disappointing, good mother, and resilient, but petty. I thought that was a fair analysis of Ashley Darby. I definitely probably would have been more pettier and put, Megamind or forehead filled with pettiness. But Angel doesn't even allow someone to read her tab in Ashley's binder because, look, like I think she ripped it out because Ashley once again called her a catfish, which I thought was pretty mean since Ashley knows that gets under Angel's skin. Like she already did it at the last party, Wendy on the mic saying Ashley brought catfish. Look, I don't like all the catfish slander. Like somebody put in my in the last recap I did, they want to say catfish is like the roach of the sea, cockroach of the sea. They said the same thing about crawfish. Boil that shit up. That shit is tasty. I'm sorry. Catfish is great. It is my favorite fish. And yeah, like I could do catfish. I could do branzino. I could do all that. It's just, look, I like catfish. Y'all ain't gonna sway me. That'll be my last meal, catfish. But yeah, Angel tells Ashley, if you think I'm not walking in my truth, then why are you coming to Colorado? Ooh, okay. Like Ashley a little quiet. It seems as though, she's disinviting Ashley, but then Giselle pipes up and says, well, if Ashley is disinvited, then you can disinvite me as well. I see how Giselle trying to throw her dick on the table, like right in front of them. Like, okay, so you're not going to have any OGs on your trip, new girl? She definitely tested her with that. Yes, catfish and cornbread. I love it. But yeah, at that point, I thought Angel should have stood on business and said, okay, bitch, you're disinvited too. Mind you, this is all going on in front of an audience. It's a little messy. Now, before it goes all the way left, Monique ends the game, and now the ladies are talking amongst themselves. So Monique asked Angel about her beef with Ashley because she was unaware of it. Like she wasn't at the last event. But Angel says, her being questioned about being evicted pissed her off. Wendy then gaslights Angel. I didn't like this part at all. She gaslit Angel, like saying, well, if you knew these women, you wouldn't take it to heart. And I'm just like, okay, Wendy. So when Ashley was cracking a joke at your expense at her event, talking about your felony charges, you didn't like it, did you? Because then, Ashley even apologized to her at BravoCon and she didn't even accept it. So for you to be on the other side, I think, that just spoke volumes to me. But yeah, like, let Angel go off on Ashley. She had a right to be pissed by that. Bitch, you trying to say I've been evicted? When just last season you were afraid that, your golem wouldn't even pay your mortgage. Like you and your little, had to stop myself. I don't want to talk about the kids, but you and your children could have been homeless if it wasn't for, Michael Darby and your judgment that you got. But anyway, Monique then mediates the situation, and Ashley apologizes to Angel for using the term evicted. What's sad is I think if it wasn't for Monique asking Angel what's wrong, they never would have got this resolved at all. Because once again, Angel has a problem like voicing her concern in the moment. She always has to go back home, think over it, talk with her husband, then come back and say, oh, you know what? I was really mad about this. I'm like, it's too late. It's too late. Anyway, Angel accepts and tells Ashley not to call her catfish ever again. And then Giselle chimes in asking, so we not having catfish in Colorado? Angel is just over it. Definitely is. When Wendy said, don't take it seriously, I was like, Pam, shut the fuck up. These girls had you crying a couple seasons ago. Exactly. But yeah. Next scene we're with Stacy, calling Angel on speaker, asking about the trip. Messy production, zooming in on this altered photo, like where Angel is like yesified, and Stacy has this saved in her phone for Angel's picture. I thought that was diabolical. They zoomed in on it multiple times. I'm just like, Angel is a pretty girl. I don't think she need all these damn filters. Much like Kenya Moore, I'm not sure what AI she's putting on her face, but Kenya is beautiful. I don't know why she need to add those damn duck lips. Like, she looks crazy. She looks good. It's just she don't need all these, like, I don't know, these alternative settings on her face. But anyway, she having a fun, good old time in Dubai. Somebody paying those bills. But yeah, we find out Angel has already left to Colorado early to prep for the ladies' visit. Bobby could put his battery in my back. You know what? I'm not going to say what I'm going to think. I'm not saying it. But you know what? Bobby. Like I said, like he looked like he could just throw you over his shoulder and just like bring you over to the bed. Oh my God. Anyway. So then next scene, the ladies are all gathering at the airport for this crunchy ass trip to Colorado. They arrive there at the airport, and Angel meets them outside with their transportation. Like, so far, so good for right now. It looks like she's actually in a good mood too. Like, she was smiling and all. Like, I was surprised. As they're on their way to wherever they're going, in Angel's car, you know, she's sucking up to Wendy big time. And I'm just like, I guess you haven't seen what Wendy's been saying about you, sweetheart, especially in her confessional. But she lets them know first that they will not be staying at her house. They're all going to a house that isn't hers. This is where the confusion starts. I personally think that Angel should have just disclosed the accommodations to everyone before the trip started, no matter how you felt about anybody. Because all that's doing is just giving people ammunition to call you a terrible host. And yeah, like, why not? Like, I just didn't understand why the girls had to be so far, but we'll get to that. We're going between the cars, and Giselle is still saying that Angel got evicted. Mean girl energy, of course. Monique is saying how Angel's husband, Bobby, she found out that he didn't want to go to the event in the last episode. And she says she sees glimpses of what she saw in her marriage to Chris. I was like, Monique, that's kind of a reach. Kind of a reach. I was like, I don't see anything between Angel and Bobby, marriage between Chris and you back in the older days, because like, it looks like Bobby, like, it looks like there's a mutual affection towards each other in their scenes at the very least. So yeah, I mean, I love Monique, but I just thought this was some projection a little bit. So as they get close to the property, it looks like they're in the middle of nowhere. It just looks like a house on a hill with just surrounded by trees. Now, this would have definitely got my anxiety up because I don't like feeling like I'm in the middle of nowhere, especially with like no cell phone reception too. Like, yeah, like I don't know. Like, I would have been a little like scared the entire trip. Like, what's going on? Like, how far is the police station? Like, this is a horror movie waiting to happen, you know? Um, so yeah, they go inside, and the house is nice, but it's not Angel's house. Angel is now, put on the spot about why aren't they staying at her house? And her first answer is just because. I'm just like, this is why you're not a good housewife. And then she says, well, there's not enough space. And if you watch the after show, they were saying some shit about it was supposed to be a couples trip at first, even though I thought that was a terrible idea because, like, what, only one, two, three? I mean, I guess four of them like have spouses, but it still would have been crazy. Like, you have like the rest of the cast being single. So yeah, I don't see how that worked out. It's just a really confusing cast trip, for real. And it wasn't screaming luxury to me. I mean, it's just a nice Airbnb. So now the ladies are confused because most of the ladies will be staying there, and then Tia and Kay will be staying at Angel's house, which is over an hour away. I was just like, damn, Angel, like, I'm trying to be on your side, girl. Like, even though I don't care for how some of the other ladies been treating her, like, you keep giving them ammunition because like over an hour away from both houses, wild. Like, cancel the trip. Like, that's like I'm facilitating a New Orleans trip and I have half my friends staying in Baton Rouge, which is an hour away, like while we're in New Orleans. Like, how is that working? And then we cut to Monique confessional asking, what's up with all this gas we wasted? That got a chuckle out of me. But the ladies are now being shown their rooms, and for some strange reason, Kate is crying. Like, maybe she was drunk or on an edible or something, or maybe she took a Xanax. I don't know. I hope Monique is not becoming one of those self-righteous people who thinks that they know human psychology because they went to therapy. Angel seems like she's trying to be in charge of the girls rather than be a part, even with the house situation. Yeah, I'm just like, even if like you're battling with, forehead and neck, like, I was just like, is she really trying to throw her weight around? Well, you're not going to be in my house. I'm like, I'm not sure if that's good collateral to use. Let's see. The choice of Tia to stay with her was also so random to me. Tia was the one who planted the seeds of the whole eviction nonsense. Chris, Wendy does live 2 hours. She lives 2 hours away and she travels that far to shoot scenes. Well, point taken. Angel is a yawn. I totally agree. I was thinking Kay could be pregnant, her hormones. I don't think she's going to get pregnant before she get a ring. I definitely don't think that. Just because. That like she really just dropping the ball, really. But anyway, Ashley and Giselle are shown their rooms, and it is the smallest room with 2 twin beds in them. And I'm just like, not the only OGs on the show getting the worst rooms. Like, Angel is definitely trying to get her lick back. It's pretty obvious. So then as the ladies are laughing, Giselle is like, what did we do? And I'm just like, ma'am. And then Monique reminds her, like, y'all said the girl was evicted. And Giselle doubles down and says, well, she did get evicted, and tells Angel that we got more information about that. Angel's like, but you don't. And G and A both say, oh, yes, we do. So now, like, look, the credits are rolling, and Angel's asking, well, what information do you have? And Giselle says, well, it's not my information to tell. So now Angel is putting her foot down and saying, y'all ain't going to come through my house with lies and toxic energy on my property. And then she threatens to shut shit down if they don't spill what the information was. And then the episode ends on a to be continued. And if you are curious what happened, the first 6 minutes of the next episode is available. And I will talk about that in the next recap because it was a nothing burger. But I did find it funny that, I'm pretty sure Giselle and Ashley was talking about the rumor Wendy said to them. And I just thought how funny it is that Angel is just cozying up to Wendy when she was the one that brought that rumor to the group. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. I give the episode a 6.5 because it didn't get interesting until the end. Like, I need them to rev it up a little bit. And also, I'm tired of seeing so much of the episode before it premieres. Because I'm just like, they basically show all the good parts. And then we're looking at, like, just filler scenes. And then we're waiting on the good parts. So, yeah, I'm hoping the next episode is better. Because I was just like, like, what's Married to Medicine giving? I haven't watched Married to Medicine yet, but Married to Medicine been hitting it out the park. Giselle has a level of audacity that only Ramona Singer has. LMAO, in that lady's house yelling that she got evicted and threatening. Well, she wasn't in her house, but yelling that she got evicted and threatening to reveal more damaging rumors later about her is nuts. Yeah, I think Giselle was like, okay, you want to play? Let's play. I mean, I wonder if she's going to stay in that room. Ashley has been evicted her whole life, from tents with her mama to Golem kicking her out. She needs to give grace. I totally agree. Married to Medicine was good. Toya continues to be on one. I have no doubt that she was. Angel is setting herself up to flop this reunion hard, especially not being able to clap back in the moment. Some people are saying she clapped back hard in this episode and they were really proud of her and they were saying finally. I was like, it was all right. I mean, you didn't get nobody together really. I mean, you did put them in a room, I guess. That was it. And I guess, she wanted to put her foot down saying, look, I'll shut this shit down. And I'm like, girl, we're in Colorado. I could go somewhere nicer. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she was acting like that. There's a new sheriff in town. But yeah, y'all, this was a short recap, I think, because they didn't really give us much to work with. So look, 30 minutes, like, I think I did some sorcery here, being the recap being this long. This is the first of 5 recaps this week. I'm going to try to get Married to Medicine out to y'all tomorrow. We got Salt Lake City, we got Beverly Hills, and then we got Traders on Thursday. So I can't wait. I really think the first person that's going to get eliminated from Traders is Lisa Rinna. Even though, like, I'm excited for her to be on it, I just feel like she's the one that she's just not to be trusted. She's not. But yeah, y'all. I'm trying to think anything else I'm forgetting. I'm bookable on Cameo if you are interested. On Patreon, I have a review coming up there. I have the season 3, episode 4, where the Quad and Lisa Nicole fight. I was going to do that tonight, but I think I'm going to chill out. I'm going to do that first in the morning. So if you're on my Patreon, look out for that. It's going to be live. But yeah, y'all, please let me know what y'all think about this boring episode. And yeah, with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for